If you like this video, why not subscribe?
Hey everybody, welcome back to the weekly recap Q&A show. Only it's not the weekly recap Q&A show, it's a special Kickstarter Q&A. I've had a few questions recently about Kickstarter and what I'm doing there, and so as I'm right in the middle of my Kickstarter campaign to help me raise a $9,000 budget to fund my MFA thesis film collection day so I can graduate, I thought I would answer a few questions in order to help that campaign along, since right now the campaign's half over. I have 12 days left, and I only have a quarter of the $9,000, so I was hoping it would be a little further along, like halfway maybe, but it's not. So if you can, please click on the link below or the annotation that's floating around my head right now and go check out that campaign to see if you might be interested in helping me raise my budget. I'd recommend at least the $10 pledge, because at least then you can see the movie when it's done. As you may or may not know, Kickstarter is all or nothing. So if I don't raise the $9,000, nobody pays anything, and I don't get a budget, which means I'll have to do something else to try and figure that out. But I'm hoping that I can still. Again, I thought the numbers would be a little better as I appealed to you out there in internet land to help. But some people have had some questions, and 12 days it still remains. That's plenty of time to raise the money if I can get the word out, or if you can help me get the word out. So again, if you have found any benefit using this channel, The Frugal Filmmaker, or my blog, or Twitter, or the Facebook group, I implore you to please at least check out the Kickstarter page to see what the rewards are, to see what you actually get for helping me raise my budget. It's not just a contribution with no rewards. There is something attached. Again, as I've said, the minimum, the lowest pledge where you get a reward is $10, so you can at least see the film when it's done, when I premiere it at the MFA screening. You will also see it. I will give you a private link to the movie so you can actually see what you helped contributed to. And the rewards get bigger from there, as you can find out from the page if you click on the link again below or floating around my head in an annotation. But there have been some questions, some general questions that I want to answer from several different parties. So I'm going to start with why did I choose Kickstarter instead of Indiegogo? And as you may know, Indiegogo is another crowdfunding site. The main difference is that you can set it up so if you don't reach your goal, you still get the amount of money contributed. So why didn't I pick that instead of Kickstarter, which is an all or nothing setup, where if I don't reach my goal, I don't get anything? Well, the reason I went with Kickstarter was a couple reasons. The first one is that Kickstarter is much more highly trafficked than Indiegogo, or there's a lot more traffic, I should say, about 4 times the amount on Indiegogo. So the odds of me finding new contributors, I think, are greater on Kickstarter that might not be familiar with what I'm doing on The Frugal Filmmaker, even though that's obviously the largest audience that I'm trying to tap into for help. Another thing is that Kickstarter gets more media attention, which is probably one reason it's more people go there. So if they come across the page and look at it, hopefully my video is good enough, which I've updated recently with the teaser trailer. So hopefully that will help inspire more people to contribute. It's not, again, it's not an end-all be-all. Both of them are difficult. You have to, market yourself. And because Kickstarter is sort of an all or nothing, there's definitely more motivation to help market and push it. Because if I don't reach my goal, I don't have a budget. I don't get anything. So that definitely adds more urgency and is more motivation to help, motivate myself and hopefully those who are interested in what I'm doing to succeed. So that's the main reason I chose Kickstarter. And in retrospect, maybe I should have went with Indiegogo, since I'm only a quarter of the way there instead of halfway there, which is where I should be right now. But there's still 12 days. There's lots of time for people to contribute. I just need to let them know. And if you could let them know as well, spread the link around from the Kickstarter page, which is the link below in the description. I would greatly appreciate that. Although I know that the bulk of the contributions are going to come from people that follow what I'm doing, and not people that you might send it out randomly to who don't know me at all. So at any rate, but still spreading the word always helps. The next question I have is, what's up with the $25 and $50 goals being limited to the US? Aren't they downloads? Yes, that's true. The $25 and $50 rewards are downloads, but if you notice on the Kickstarter page, it says limited to shipping to US only. And that was actually left over from when those were more physical rewards, like DVDs, and I forget what the other one was, but I changed them to digital so that everybody could get them at the same time. So there wasn't any actual physical media, but I could just email the stuff to everybody So it didn't matter where you lived in the United States or overseas or wherever. The internet would take care of it instantly. However, when I changed those things, I forgot to change the shipping option. And once you get a backer on any reward, you can't modify it in any way. And even though I appealed to Kickstarter and I said, hey, these are downloads, this shipping thing makes no sense now, I'm just confusing people. They said it's a firm policy and they won't change. And the option they gave was to set up another reward and then turn that one off when it reached so many people. And I thought that was even more confusing. So I decided to leave it as it is. And as I've had several letters, emails, people have said, all I have to do is click that I live in the U.S., but I don't live in the U.S., even though I know this is a download. So my answer to this is yes, just check that you live in the United States, and you will become a backer for that reward if that's what you want, which is $25 and $50, and that's pretty significant. Don't worry about if you don't mind clicking that you live in the U.S., even if you don't. All that's going to do is just alter the demographics a little bit, which I don't care about. All I care about is succeeding. And if you would like to help me succeed, and that's the only thing stopping you, please click on the box that says you live in the United States, because it won't affect what you get. You'll still get the reward. I'll have your email. I'll know who to send it to. But that was my fault, and I didn't realize it until it was too late, and I can't change it. So I just have to press forward and hope that anyone who doesn't live in the United States will figure it out, or that you can figure it out. It's really, as people have said, this is a download. Why is this even here? Well, it's because it was my mistake, and I was left over from actual physical media that I was planning to ship within the U.S. and that I changed it because I didn't like the fact that anybody living outside the United States, I know there's a lot of people in the UK and Australia that follow the channel, would have to wait for anything, but if I made it all digital, then they would get it instantly. But I overlooked that one little thing when I was proofreading it, and it got through, and I can't fix it. But you can fix it just by clicking on the yes, I live in the United States, and you can do that. I think it's fairly obvious if you read, what's going on, as far as you can still get the download easily, but it's confusing. I realize that. So that's why I'm addressing it here, and hopefully anybody that's emailed me, I've been telling them this, and I'm telling you now too. Okay, the final question is, people have said, I don't want to be a member of Kickstarter to help contribute. Some people don't want to have to sign up to a new service to be able to help me. I totally understand that. I've also had this, people have told me the same thing about Facebook. If this is the only way I'm communicating with you is through these videos or my blog, they've said, can you set up something on your blog like a PayPal donate button so I can donate to the movie? Yes, you can. If you just want to go straight through PayPal, you can send your contribution or your pledge, if you will, to thefrugalfilmmaker@gmail.com, and I will see it. I will see the dollar amount. So if you just line it up with the Kickstarter rewards, for example, if you just want to see the movie and you donate $10 through PayPal through the donate button or to thefrugalfilmmaker@gmail.com, I will see it. I will make note of it, and I will mark you down for whatever reward lines up with the Kickstarter rewards. So I don't, obviously I don't want to force anybody to sign up to a service they're not interested in, becoming a member of another service. I realize those pile up really quickly. But if you still want to contribute, I put that option on my blog. Again, there's the donate button, or just go through PayPal and contribute to, or send me whatever through PayPal to thefrugalfilmmaker@gmail.com. And that takes care of that. So again, I'm sorry about the confusion or the issues or what have you. I'm working really hard to try and pull this off, and I'm behind now, so I'm eagerly encouraging people to go ahead and pledge if they want to pledge to help support this film, Collection Day. I think it's a good movie. I think it's a worthwhile genre film with well-developed characters, and there's a pretty cool action scene, and I think it's going to be a decent movie. But again, I am running out of time, so I need your help to raise my budget. If you will help me, I would be greatly appreciative. If you've, benefited at all from this channel or my blog or the Facebook group or anything else that I've set up, I hope that you wouldn't mind returning the favor a little bit and just contributing something that will help me reach my goal. So I've only got a couple of weeks left, less than a couple of weeks now, so time's running out. And I know there's people that are holding back a little bit. My family members also, they say, hey, we're going to contribute. So I'm confident that we can still meet the $9,000 goal, which will happen at the end of the month. So the campaign ends at August 31st at midnight. So, like I said, if you don't mind, help me out. If not, well, I guess I will see you this Thursday. I'll have another video, Thursday or Friday, that'll also hopefully tie into the Kickstarter campaign effectively to help do the same thing, which has helped me meet my goals. So anyway, I've been yammering on long enough about this. Thank you, and I'll see you later this week.